Hello, and welcome to another edition of Find Her Seat, the show that is dedicated to helping women find their rightful seat at the table with health, wellness, fitness, beauty, and business. And I am your co-host, Jennifer Etter.
And I am your other co-host, Susan Mobley. And we're so excited that we are enjoying our summer together.
Yes.
And we wanted to decide to have y'all join us poolside, because as many of you may have your kids at home, often there's a lot of water involved and activities. So if you hear some excitement in the background, it's because we're live show.
We are live, and we are at the beautiful Royal Oaks Country Club.
Hi, Laura.
And we see some friends of ours jumping on. Let's say hi. Hi, Laura. How are you? And
I have to give a little shout out.
Oh, yes.
I'm wearing my Laura J. Finery earrings that are so cute. My little white tassels, which were perfect for summer, with our cute white shirts, which I don't know if y'all can see. It says Find Her Seat on the back. I don't know if y'all can see it.
And our initials are monogram with they're so gorgeous. But also, since we're speaking about earrings,
I noticed yours.
I am sporting my two chic accessories.
So cute.
I know you guys,
those.
if you've been following us, and you know that we did a show where we talked about them and we went over their amazing
Did you
jewelry.
see that they are having a trunk show?
How
They're having
fun.
a trunk show. Now, don't quote me on it. I think it's on the 19th. I'll put it in the comments, the exact information. But yeah, when I went over there the other day, I actually took my daughter over there because she was wanting some earrings and had saved up some of her money. And luckily, they're not very expensive, so she was able to get a few things with her money. But yeah, so we went over there, and they said they're going to have a trunk show, and I just saw it advertised yesterday, so we'll make sure to put that in there as well. Yes. And I know Laura Jorn, she's been having some specials go on that I was able to pick up some beauties as well. And our other favorite, got to give a shout out, because we're going to give you some tips and tricks and mom hacks and, and boss babe hacks for summer to make it better.
This is definitely our poolside summertime, especially here in the South, giving you some ideas and some things that we like to do.
I'll start with this, since it's a perfect little entree into it. And this is my adorable beach bag.
I love this color.
And that's so fun. Mm-hmm. And I got this at Lexington Boutique.
We love Lexington Boutique here in Houston, Texas.
Yes, it's just there off of Post Oak. So easy to get to. And they have so many fun colors in these and different sizes. Of course, with my kids, you always know with my purse, I always call it my suitcase. So I got the biggest size they had to fit all my stuff in there. But this one was so fun. You can add tassels to it, which they have there. And they even had like a Burberry type print if you don't want them as colorful. But the thing I love about this is one of my first hacks, and that is having a beach bag that has some holes in it.
Holes?
Yes. So it's got
a new one.
Got some aeration in here, so that if you got wet stuff in here, it's not getting all mildewy.
Oh, and this is actually kind of it's a plastic.
Yes. And so it's easy to just hose this off if you need to. If it gets in the mud or sand, it's easy to just keep it clean, because I don't know about you, but when we go to the beach, we bring home more beach than we actually enjoyed at the beach. So this is a super easy way to make sure if you get one of these, it's perfect. Like Jennifer said, this one's made out of, I think it's recycled plastic.
Right.
And so it's nice because you can just shake it out and all the sand comes out.
So
I had one that was canvas, and oh my gosh, by the end of summer, it was mildewed because it would just get wet. Just, throwing in a towel or a swimsuit would go in there, and it would always just end up being disgusting by the end of the summer.
Yeah.
So definitely want one with holes in it. And if you notice, if we're bouncing around here a little bit, we are outside in the beautiful weather today. So it's a little windy. So if you have a little wind in the background or see our screen bouncing around, just because we're live.
Yes, we are live
in the elements.
And again, you are going to hear children and the wonderful sounds of summer. And so one of the things I wanted to kind of go over too is that we have to take care of ourselves. Oh. So moms out there, cheers.
Cheers.
Sometimes, you know what, it just helps to have a little helping friend.
I know, they were so kind to make us a melon ball spritzer, which I loved because it's keto friendly.
Which is also,
you've got your...
Yes, it's very important. Let me just say, because it's summertime. and we want to stay fit and we want to stay trim. And so
But
literally,
still get to enjoy something that's got just enough sweet for me, but not too sweet for you.
right. Let's see. It's got a little bit of vodka, some frozen melon balls, some
Tico, Paco, Spritzer,
and lime.
Yes.
And it's very refreshing, and it's all you need.
So
but
good.
Another thing, though, you want to make sure you're going to do all summer long, I know, is hydrate. So I had someone actually come over and saw this, and they told me, they said, your picture doesn't even do this thing justice. Because I said, I bet people believe that this thing, how big it looks, I bet they thought that this was all about angling, and it is not. This thing is actually this
larger
big.
than our heads.
This is a gallon size. So for all of you out there doing the water challenges that I see people posting about, this thing here is definitely going to help you stay on track with your water intake. It tells you what time to start and exactly how much. And I have to be really honest, if I follow it, I'm going to be very, very candid with you. I have not yet followed this whole thing through in a day, but if you do, it really isn't that much water. And so you wouldn't believe, probably we're all taking in, some of us are taking in almost a gallon a day, especially in the heat, and you don't even realize it because there really isn't that much to go by. But I got this off of Amazon. You can just go to Amazon.
We'll put a link in the comments to be able to snag one of those. And they come in fun colors. Like she's got the pink. If you don't want pink, they've got clear and blue and
purple,
different things on there. And but it's so fun to have that motivation going on.
I think it helps when you've got something telling you all along the way how far you've come, what to do next, because I mean, as we all know, if you get confused, what happens? You freeze.
Yeah.
Right? Or you just don't do it. And so it holds you accountable for sure in your water intake.
Yes. And so I got to say, well, you need to protect your beautiful eyes too.
Oh, yes. That is another thing, especially if you have light eyes, your eyes are a little bit more sensitive to the sun. And it is important that no matter what, even when it's not really that sunny out, you wouldn't believe how important it is. You really need to protect your eyes. So as my sweet friend reminded me to
looking fabulous,
put on some fabulous shades.
And I will say, from the growing up in a doctor household, you get told all the crazy medical facts of things. And so my dad would always tell me that I had to wear sunglasses because the UV that you get from the sunlight, that causes cataracts.
Yes.
So if you're not protecting your eyes, no matter if you're out in the sun or driving, you could be exacerbating getting cataracts. And another thing, one of my
nobody
tips,
got time for that.
No, I mean, you don't want your beautiful eyes looking all funky. And so also another thing, and you always hope that your parents teach you something and you remember. So he'll be proud to know when he watches this that he told me, and this is one of my little tips and tricks, and my kids can attest to this fact, that is, there are 3 super important spots to put your sunblock on. If you do nothing else, put it in these spots. And that is on the tip of your nose, on your lips, and then on the tops of your ears.
And those are places, the ears, that I know we forget to take care of a lot of times. So important.
And so for me, when I'm putting on sunblock on my chest, I'll just run them right over my ears. And the reason being, and it's a very vain reason, obviously you want to be healthy, but if you have skin cancer or if you have precancerous cells, which I know in my family, we've had some of those. My mom, sister, and dad have had them. And and you've had one. So you know that if it's too deep, they're going to have to really cut out some skin. So the areas that are hard for them to really cover up and fix are your nose, your lip, and the tops of your ears. Because of the way the cartilage is, and then your lip, obviously. You don't want skin cancer anywhere, don't get me wrong. But cosmetically, you want to make sure you keep your nose, lips, and ears lathered up. And your kids too. I mean, start them young. I know that, when my sister was growing up, it was the Crisco oil and,
of course,
banana boat on you and lemon juice. And now
iodine and baby oil.
And now it's like my kids know they do not go out in the sun without their sunblock. Even when we got here today, my daughter was running up, put the sunblock on my back, Mom. Perfect. So, train them early. And like I said, make sure you are getting those spots that might not be your go-to spots.
So since we're talking about getting nice dark tans, and we know it's not okay to do anymore, I know. but we do want to have that nice glow. We do want to look like we've gone on some kind of vacation, right?
Mhm.
So one of my favorites, it's called Mine Tan. Okay, so you guys have to
Nice.
order this online, and you can actually pick out what skin tone you naturally are. And so they have olive, they have, you know, more of a golden, they have caramel, they have coffee. Mine is violet because when I really looked at it, you can kind of look through their selection of what your skin might look like when it's super tan. And I didn't find copper. They didn't have copper. That's what color I turned. I turned the color of penny. And so, but what I did see was I did have a chance to see something that was very similar to my natural tan color. So, and I've absolutely loved this. You can put it on and it instantly will have color. I will say that it can be shocking what you're going to see, but you can leave it on for an hour, wash it off or rinse it off, and then it'll continue to process for the next 24 hours. Or if you want something nice and deep right away, go ahead and sleep in it. Put it on at night, sleep in it, rinse it off in the morning, and everybody comments on my tan and how natural it looks.
I was going to say, I saw her before she had it done, and then the next day she's like, I put it on, and it looks so good. And the big thing was, she didn't smell bad.
No, it does not have a bad
No,
smell.
it doesn't have that funky,
that weird
self-tanner
yes.
smell that we often get with sunless tanners, that, you know, you get that beautiful look, but then you got that little funk going on. That even after you wash, you still have that scent on you. So
right.
I love that was not, didn't have an odor to it.
Oh, me too. Okay, I'm going to teach you a hack, all right? So if you are going to be putting on sunless tanner, what we do know is you must exfoliate. And one of my favorite things, and this may come as a big surprise, but I use coconut oil for everything, all right? I take off my makeup with coconut oil. I will actually wash my face with coconut oil, and I will create a scrub with coconut oil.
Oh, nice.
So all you have to do, because as we know, even out here in the heat, it's already starting to melt a bit.
Separates a little.
Yeah, it has a very low melting temperature. But if you melt it, then add sugar, lots of sugar to it. You can add a little bit of salt too, depending upon your skin type. Obviously, if you have some acne issues, you may want to add a little bit of salt, but sugar, regular table sugar, very fine, and add that to it. Let it set up and cool down. It'll get hard again. And you just take that and you scrub. And you can scrub your face, scrub everywhere. Definitely focus on your knees and around your feet. And it's a very beautiful scrub. Rinse it off, wash it off. If you want to leave the moisture on, just rinse it with water and that's it. You've already got the nice moisture that comes with the coconut oil. It's so good for you. And but if you're going to put on sunless tanner, then you want to go ahead and wash it off with soap and then put on your sunless tanner, and you are all
I love that because I will say sometimes I put on sunless tanner, I get those little blotchy spots. So I wasn't exfoliating properly. So I'm totally gonna use that hack.
Yes.
So I've got one also, and then I have an actual bag that says wet stuff, dry stuff. But you can do this also with Ziploc bags. I almost always keep those in my beach bag.
Smart.
And that is because we will be out somewhere and my kids want to go swim and do things like that. But unfortunately, I throw everything in the bag and then their dry stuff is wet. Wet stuff is getting all on everything.
Right.
So this way it separates things. So we'll put an extra change of clothes in the dry stuff. I keep my son's medicine in here also in case of allergies, that type of thing. Anything I don't want getting wet, I put in there. And then the wet stuff is once they're done, we can just toss it in there and we're good to go.
So smart. So smart. Okay, so let's talk about this heat and humidity. Because if you are in the South, if you're in the South, if you're in Texas, if you're in Houston, Texas, which is where we are, it is humid out here and can be very hot. And I know that some of our summers can get really hot. And I know that in the north, some places still don't have AC, but I know you've had some heat waves. And so what do you do when you want to entertain your kids and escape the heat? Thank goodness there are lots of really cool things that are going on around town.
Yes.
Including where we were yesterday.
I know, it was so fun. Candy-topia.
Yes.
Was so fun. And I must say that we went there yesterday and we brought both of our children. So we had 4 kids with us, and then our big kid, Joe. He was our photographer for the day. And it was so much fun. But you know what? I had the worst sweet tooth ever.
Me too.
And so yesterday when we went there, each room that you go in, there's candy in each room, and you can take some and eat it along the way. So you've got everyone, lollipops and suckers and candy unwrapping there.
And chocolate.
Oh, yes.
Lots of chocolate.
And so for me, I noticed kind of halfway through, I wasn't craving the candy,
right,
and I wasn't really wanting that much. And it's from my Smart Coffee.
Oh, yes. I love the Smart Coffee.
Yes, because it has helped curb my craving. So yesterday I indulged in a few pieces just to kind of have fun with the day, but I didn't feel deprived at all. And I had just the right amount of sweet. Even honestly, with our drink, you know me, before the Smart Coffee, I loved, sugary, sweet drinks. And now I taste them and it's like, that doesn't taste so good. I kind of like a little bit more refreshing taste. And same with the candy yesterday. Normally, I would not be able to keep my hands off of all that. And yesterday, I had 2 pieces and good to go.
Yeah, the Smart Coffee actually works with the brain to kind of give you that satisfied, just as if you've had a bunch of chocolate. We know that you have that satisfied feeling. And so it already does that for you. So you're already satisfied and you don't have the cravings that you did. One thing that I like to do, because it is hot, I like to add my Smart Coffee to a nice protein shake and have that in the morning. And so it's like 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm having my coffee. I'm getting my energy that I'm going to need for the rest of the day. I'm curbing my appetite, and I'm getting the protein in that I need. And it's really a great, great way to start your day. So you can just add a little bit. But you know where you guys can find it? If you go to findherseat.com, go into our favorite things, and you can take a look and see where to get your Smart Coffee if you'd like to get it. Because we do go over what we love about all the products that we love, and especially go into.
And it's nice because now we have the cocoa too.
With the cocoa and
it
the
is so good to put that cocoa and have that in the mornings, and you can even use it in baking things.
Oh yes,
I mean,
sure can.
You can do a no bake or a baking item where you use your serving of your cocoa in the morning, and it's an easy way to pop it in your mouth.
Right.
And that way, if you're not a coffee drinker, it's a fun way, or even if you're a coffee drinker, it's fun to kind of switch it up.
Sure, I love to switch mine up and create a mocha. Half and half. So definitely go to our website so that you can find yours. But speaking, that just reminded me, you said cocoa.
Yes.
All right, I'm going old school. Like seriously, guys, I'm sure that you are going to be so surprised as to the things that I absolutely love and use on a very regular basis. I do get compliments on my skin a lot, and I wish that I could say that I did something other than we do have our wonderful CNC Wellness that does take care of our skin. But on a regular daily basis, I'm total old school, all natural kind of chick. And so I absolutely love cocoa butter.
Yes.
All right, so I know that part of this is genetics, but also part of it is I used cocoa butter on my belly and my hips while I was pregnant with both of my girls. I did not get one stretch mark.
I did the same. I used the Palmer's, in fact, and I did not have any stretch marks with either of my kids.
Yes.
And to me, that was such a fortunate thing because once you have them, they don't go away. They might minimize, but they don't go away.
No, they don't.
And I will say, like Jennifer was saying, sometimes people think they ask us, questions about things that we use, and they're kind of surprised that we're not, using the most expensive, elaborate from crazy stores. Like, we're kind of basic girls. I mean, that's why we kind of have
basic.
Well, okay, basic with some things. We have to have balance, right?
Right, yes. We are balanced girls. 2 Libras that are balanced.
Yes, right?
But so I just feel like this smells like summer.
It does.
After you've been out in the sun and you want to moisturize your skin, obviously you can use the coconut oil or you can use the cocoa butter, and it also gives a nice sheen. Like if I'm getting ready to go out and I want to wear something strapless, I'll add some to my chest and my shoulders, and it just makes me glow a little bit. So yes, and I see Ashley Garcia is saying same here, 100%. Yes, no stretch marks. This stuff it's awesome.
And you know what I love? You can pick it up at your local pharmacy, Walmart, online at Amazon. I know that you and I are both fans of Amazon. Easy to just have it dropped off at your front porch.
Yes.
I was picking up Jennifer yesterday, and off came the Amazon driver to drop off the package. I was like, oh, feels like I'm right at home.
I know. I had two packages delivered yesterday, and they were fun packages because they have to do with summer. So I got Hank. So if you follow us at all or follow, us on our Facebook pages or on our Find Her Seat Facebook page, you'll know that my love of my life, other than my husband, is my dog Hank. He is my guy. He is the other man in my life. And we're getting ready to go on a little beach vacation, which he gets to come on that vacation with us. I really am excited. So of course, buying all my kids new swimsuits, I had to buy Hank something. So I got him, I'm calling it his Hawaiian shirt, but really it's a bandana. I got him a Hawaiian inspired bandana.
He needs new clothes too, right?
He's so excited.
He's part of the family.
He gets excited. He knows exactly what's happening.
He's like, I know that's in there for me, and we're going to go do something fun.
Yes.
He is so sweet.
Yes.
He loves me because he knows I'm a pushover. So
total
he's
animal
like,
pushover.
okay, come over here because she'll do whatever I want.
So speaking about skin, I just want to go over a couple things because, I don't know about you, but if I put a bunch of sunscreen on my face, I get a rash. It's just, it happens all the time. And so what I do,
I break out and I get acne.
Right.
Turn into a teenager.
I called it a rash, but let's just be real, that's what it is. So what I like to do is I like to put on CC cream, which I use on a regular basis. If you do something different with your skin, it's always going to break out. And so come summertime, you're putting on all kinds of sunscreen. You can probably expect something's going to happen if you have sensitive skin, which I do, and I know you do. And so I absolutely love this CC cream. It has got SPF, and it helps with UVA and UVB. It's by It Cosmetics, and so it's the CC, Your Skin But Better. Absolutely love this, and it's not flat, and so you can put it on and you still glow a little bit, which is what you want to do, and it helps to correct your skin tone.
And it's got that 50 SPF in there.
Yeah, 50 plus. And then on top of it, what I like to do too, this is cosmetics, and this is natural sunscreen, and it's got 30, and it's called Reflect. After I put on my makeup, I like to spritz this on because these are
kind of like a setting spray almost.
It is, and it also leaves your skin nice and moisturized, but then on top of it, you're able to continue to put on some sunscreen because once you apply your makeup, you're probably not going to want to rub any more CC cream, and so then you could have a nice spritz and just kind of pat it in and let it air dry. And I put some on today over my makeup because I knew we were going to be outside, and you can't even tell.
Not at all.
It just looks nice and glowy. And so
I'm definitely taking notes for some of Jennifer's things. I'm excited by these new products that I can so easily go out and get, and we'll make sure to put in the comments where we found our items and what our little tips and tricks are. So if you want to go on and buy your own, you can do that. Also, one of the things that I was going to say was one of my tips and tricks. Thank you. Like we said, we're live and we got food today, so we're super excited. So one of my other tips, and that is if we're going to the beach, which you're going to be doing this weekend, and that is, and this is perfect for you being my yoga friend, and that is taking a yoga mat. You might think, oh, I'm going to go do yoga on the beach, which you can do, but that's not why. So what you do is you lay down your yoga mat before you put your towel down. Lay down the yoga mat, then put your beach towel on top of it. So as we all know, when you put your beach towel straight on the sand and you go flip it up, you end up with sand everywhere. That way you've got one side that is clean. You can flip it over if you need to, and that way you're not tracking sand on both sides of your towel, and the yoga mat's taking all the sand instead of your towel. And so it's super easy to roll one of those up and toss it in our fun giant beach bag.
Also with yoga mats, you can rinse them and wash them, and then hang them out to dry, and they're just fine. They can take it.
Yeah, and another thing that I love to do, and you can do this weekend, and that is when I take my kids to the beach and we get down there, I used to start putting sunblock on them, and it was like exfoliating their skin because the sand, no matter how much you stay out of it, it starts to, blow onto your skin. So it's going to be on there. You put the sunblock on, it's tough on your skin. So we always put our sunblock on at least 10 to 15 minutes before we go outside.
So smart.
That way you've already got your nice little protective coating going, and you're not worrying about rubbing in the sand. You can just have it on. When you get down there, the kids aren't begging you to put on the sunblock. They can go straight into the water. You're not having to worry about that. And also, I will say that sometimes if we're in a rush putting our sunblock on poolside, we miss a spot or two, and it by the end of the day. You get home and you got a spot. I find that when we do it a little bit before and not so rushed, we really get all of our body done, and we don't have those little burn spots that we miss.
I just had a great idea. how about you put on your sunscreen before you put on your swimsuit?
I've done that too. I have put on my sunblock
Because as you can
naked.
see, this one has, interesting little.
Yes, I have
doodads
done
in the
that as
front.
well. I'll put it on naked before I put my swimsuit on.
I think she just wanted to say naked again.
Yeah, again. So when I'm naked. So when you put it on, like Jennifer said, her and I, we both have so many fun swimsuits. And so you get different tan lines with every single one. So you might think you got it covered with one, and then you have a spot that hasn't seen the sun all summer.
Right.
And now it is. So it's nice definitely to put it on before you even put on your swimsuit.
And what do you say, Susan? Because I know that sometimes we've used the spray sunscreen, and I know that it's a lot easier to use, but we have found that it doesn't actually work as well as the cream
I
sunscreen.
definitely suggest using the cream. What I like to do is put on the cream before we go out. I still have the spray,
Right.
but I use the spray once we've already been out there a little bit, just to kind of
Keep touching
boost up whatever the cream isn't maybe getting. So it's great with the kids too, when you just like, hey, come here real fast,
Right.
because they're excited.
Yeah.
They want to stay in the water. But you can, do their shoulders and their back, those areas that are really going to get the sun beating down on them. I definitely love the spray for that. I also, for my kids, like you said, for my skin, it's more sensitive. So like you, I tend to use makeup as my sunblock.
Right.
But for the kids, I have a separate stick that's a baby stick. And I use the baby because both of my kids have always had eczema and sensitive skin.
Right.
And my son's 14, but he still rocks the baby stick. He just wouldn't admit it. But I know, right? I'm so sorry, son. So I will use the baby stick on their cheeks, their nose, their forehead, and their lips. Because like I said earlier, protecting your lips is key. And for us adults or women that have our lipstick on, don't feel like that's always going to protect you. It does help, but make sure you have a gloss or an underlying chapstick first that has some SPF in it. So if you want some color, that's great, but make sure you got something on there that has SPF, because actually some of the glosses, if they don't have anything on them,
it's just like baby oil.
They're magnifying your lips. And so not only are you not getting protection, you're probably burning your lips. And what did we say? We don't want our lips, nose, and ears burned, because then it doesn't look good if you get skin cancer there.
No, I actually had a friend that had skin cancer on her lip, and it just kept coming back, and they'd have to go and just remove more and more. And it was just awful. So definitely that's the number one thing. And do start protecting your kids early, because they actually say most of the damage and the skin cancer that we're getting as adults. I did have some skin cancer here. I'd have skin grafting. It was a big deal, and I have to keep looking out for it now. But that was actually, I got that sometime when I was a child. And so definitely make sure your children are protected. Okay, so if we're going to go swimming, we all know if you're a blonde or you've had highlights or color, you don't want to get in that pool and get your hair wet, because what does it do? It turns green. I'll tell you a funny story. So when I was in middle school, my hair would bleach out in the summer naturally every summer, and then I'd end up, having some growth, and so my hair would grow out darker, so it looked like I had colored my hair. And one year, my mom let me go ahead and color it brown, because I'm not. People ask me all the time if this is my natural color, and I'm half honest when I say yes, because I'm naturally very, very early gray, but not all of it. So as a child, my hair was a brownish, reddish, light brown. And so I colored it and then went swimming. And I had the most beautiful khaki hair you've ever seen in your life. It was a gorgeous green brown.
You rock the khaki.
I totally rock that khaki hair. And so we want to make sure that you're protecting your color. And so one of the things that you can do, I'm going to go back to it, because this is what I do. Now, you can use your conditioner, whatever conditioner you like to use. So I think that really washes out. I mean, gosh, what do? You rinse it out as soon as you get in. Or you can, if you decide today's the day I'm going to go swimming, because I do love swimming underwater. I love snorkeling, and I love to swim underwater in my pool. But I will make sure that I put coconut oil in my hair before I jump in the pool and go swimming. And also if I'm beachside and I decide, I'm going to go snorkeling, because that salt is also kind of harsh on the hair, I will make sure that I've got some conditioner, or I've got coconut oil, or whatever I can put in there. I didn't bring it today, but I also use almond oil. Oh, nice. And almond oil is something that you can purchase anywhere. I get a bottle of almond oil, and I'll actually put essential oils in it so that it smells really nice. And certain essential oils are really great for the skin. We know rose oil, helichrysum. There's some really great ones that are great for the skin. So I'll add those oils to my almond oil, and I'll use that as my moisturizer, or I'll put it in my hair. So coconut oil, almond oil, all those are really great for your skin and hair.
And
go
ahead.
But yeah, but before you jump in, make sure you're protecting your tresses.
And if you didn't protect them and you get out and you've got that green, yellow funky hue. Lauren Leal.
Hi. Lauren.
One of our former guests, and she's so sweet. I saw her on her show, I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yes, I've been loving watching her on her shows because we got to know her more.
I know, she's awesome. And so if you don't do it, I will say, and I didn't bring it, I will put it in the comments, and that is, and your sunless tanner kind of reminded me of it because it was violet. And that is, and I told you about it, is the violet shampoo and conditioner. Because if I don't wash with that during the summer, so often I will start to get brassy, and it's an easy, quick fix. You just put it on and you leave it on for a few minutes, rinse it out, and just go on your regular way. And you can use it every day. It's not something you have to do once a week. And again, it's so affordable. It's not some fancy, shishi poo poo brand. I get it on Amazon, like in a bulk size.
I don't think I've ever heard that before. Shishi poo poo. I want you guys to write that down.
I'm trademarking it today.
We're making that a thing.
And then one other thing that I love, and partially because Jennifer and I are fortunate enough to work from our phones. Yes. We can send samples to people, bless people with a free gift all day. Every day. So sometimes often we have our samples with us when we're poolside and out and about, but we're able to send them through our phone. So one of the things that I love, and that is on my phone, I have a charging case.
Oh.
Because sometimes there's not power out by the pool.
Right.
And for me, I know I've always got to be accessible. If it's that the kids need to contact me if they're not with me, or if I'm working on my phone. Because sometimes, I like to be present with my kids when we're poolside.
Sometimes.
But at the same time, sometimes, my kids know there's a balance there that I still have to work sometimes when we're poolside.
Right.
And so for me, if I have that charging case, I can tell you, I don't know the last time my phone died. And that's a huge thing. I mean, I plug it in at night. And again, I can link it, put it in the links. I just got it from Amazon. They're not very costly. I think this one was about $20 or so.
Fantastic.
And then I will say I like this one versus the metal casing because I get on my kids not to drop their phone, but who drops their phone the most? Me. And so when I had a metal charging case and I would drop it, it would either break the case or cause my screen to crack. So I like this one. It's lightweight.
And you have this cool ring on here.
Yes, and I added that. Again, that was like $3 on Amazon, and it stays on. And this way I can hold my phone because I drop it.
I never knew
it's an easy way for me to hold it. When I set it down, it props it up. This one's fun because there's a little kickstand built in. But all you do is you just press this button down here and it'll start charging your phone once your phone is dying. And it all charges at night on your regular charging case. You plug it in right here, just like you're charging your phone. But I don't even know the last time that I've had to charge it. I mean, to be able to have full charge pretty much 24/7 is huge for us in our business because we have to be accessible to get on our app. That's so nice to be able to have it right there in our phone.
And this is why I keep her around because Susan is so techie and she loves to research and finds all the cool stuff. And I'm so granola.
That's why we're our balance.
I leave messages on tree trunks, kind of thing. And so, I love learning about that. I'm definitely going to have to get out there. And if you work from your phone, you better get competitive and go and get one of those.
Heck yeah. No, I love it. But I think we all out of our hacks and tips and tricks?
We've shared so much with you guys.
And our food has arrived.
Our food, and it smells amazing. And so,
we're so grateful that we were able to come live from Royal Oaks today. And we were able to rock all of our fun things from all of our amazing people that have, been on our show and been able to sponsor us in different ways. It's amazing to be able to see all these different people jump on.
Former guests. All of you guys. And so make sure to, if you guys are listening to this via podcast, you can always watch us live on YouTube, which is Find Her Seat.
And Facebook as well at Find Her Seat, and Instagram is Find Her Seat, all one word. Pretty much Google Find Her Seat and you're going to find us. But make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and on Facebook you can go into your notifications and set it to notify you when we go live. So you can always catch us in replay, which we love to know if you're watching us live or replay. But it's nice if you can hop on live to be interactive with us, because as you've seen, we enjoy, talking to our guests that comment. And so make sure to subscribe, set your notifications, go to our podcast and subscribe.
We're also now on Spotify.
I know, I'm so excited. My kids were having so much fun seeing their mom's picture on Spotify the other day.
Yes, so Spotify, iHeartRadio, and that's about it.
I think that's where we are. So just Google us. We will post in the comments all these fun items that we shared with y'all today.
And also in the comments, if you guys want to add anything that you have found that is a really great summer hack, go ahead. Go ahead and add to that, and just put hashtag replay or whatever you want to put, because I bet somebody who is watching this later on would love to learn other people's hacks and tricks and trade.
Our vision board show, we had some people that had some fun ideas with that. So we love hearing from all of y'all, because, we learn so much from all of our viewers.
Yes, we're all in this together.
Yes. So we'll do a cheers to an amazing Tuesday, and we hope that y'all had a fun time joining us poolside today. Take care.